So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Madden 18 video. Just going to show you a few new upgrades that we went ahead and added. I do have a few gameplays coming up for you guys today. There's two MUT head-to-head gameplays coming up later today. And then there is the... I have a online head-to-head on my MUT channel, on my main channel, excuse me. So offensively, we went ahead and picked up Michael Irvin, and the reason we did that is because I did the Dallas chemistry. You can see on the top right we have all the stars. We have the uniforms, the coach, the stadium, all powered, tiered up, and I think that is a awesome addition if you're able to do so. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. You need 12 elite badges in order to do that. Now, I had a bunch of elite badges just hanging around anytime I get a card, and I feel like the price is just very cheap. Like if I have an 84 overall card and he goes for like 5K, 6K, I'll just throw it into the set. And after doing that, after quite some time, I had like 14, 15 elite badges, and so I didn't have to put any coins into the set, buying the cards to go into it. But the reason why I did it is for Too Tall Jones, which we'll show in a second. But he was my only Dallas player. I was like, damn, is there any other good Dallas players that can utilize all these +1s damn near everywhere? And I've seen that Michael Irvin was, one of them, and he benefits, a ton. We have him actually starting over Chad Johnson, who was our number 3 receiver for quite some time. And you look, the speed is the same, catching is pretty much the same, elusiveness pretty much the same, spec catch is +2, that's pretty much the same, release is +3. His route running is definitely not up to par that of Chad Johnson, but his catching traffic is +7. His jumping is +3, but he has playmaker, and I feel like that right there is definitely a huge addition. Playmaker is so huge, more than, like, I really used to sleep on playmaker, and now I really understand like how amazing playmaker is. Like I really used to sleep on it, but playmaker is such a very key thing to have. Like if you can go out, like I think it's good enough to go out of your way to get it, because it just makes a huge difference. And I really noticed the significance of it. Like like I said, AKG would play a weekend league with the team, and I'll just watch, and he'll put people on routes, and he'll leave Randy Moss on just a small hitch, just so he can reroute him once all the other routes went upfield. And he'll reroute him in any way, he wants, in any direction of the field that's open. He'll, reroute him into a slant, a in route, come back down, go back out, 11 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Like they literally go in any direction you tell them, and immediately. Without playmaker, sometimes they don't go in the direction you want. You hit up and they'll come back down, and you want them to go to the right and they'll just go, to the left, and it's weird. But I guess that gives significance to playmaker, and that right there made me want to utilize it more. So that's a plus as well. I'm going to be holding on to Vic because I think it's a good thing to mix in with Dan Marino. Now Marino is, I mean, when it comes to throwing the ball, he's just lights out. Like he doesn't miss anything. Like he puts the ball on the money each and every single time, but he's obviously slow. And I think mixing in Vic is just a nice little 1-2 punch just to keep the defense off edge. I'll mix him in there, I'll throw him in there for a read option, I'll just throw him in there for a random pass. And you have to pay attention what my quarterback situation is like, because I can have Vic, and if you don't spy, I can take off, or I can have Marino in there and you spy for no reason because he's slow and he's not going anywhere. So it's just a good 1-2 punch just to have. But for the most part, stick with Marino. He's as accurate as it can be. 97 throw power, fully maxed out with tier 4 of the go deep chem. 92 throw deep, 96 play action, which doesn't really do anything, but the 92 deep and the 97 throw power are definitely noticeable. And I swear it feels like he has gunslinger. His release is super quick. Receivers, I still have a few of the same receivers. There are other upgrades that are out there, but I'm just not interested in. There is like a Julio Jones and like Bolitnikoff and Clark and like other 93s, but I'm fine with, most of the time, only the top two receivers are in my game plan. Maybe the third receiver may come in every now and then, but for the most part, it's just OBJ and Randy Moss. My scheme is built around. Like I put Demaryius Thomas in just for blocking purposes because he's very, very, very good at run blocking. So definitely want to put him in situations where I'm going to run the ball, but I don't want to make it too obvious. I usually sub in my tight ends for receivers, but if I don't want to make it too obvious, or if I want to mix in a pass, then I'll put Demaryius Thomas out there because his blocking is really, really, really good. We went ahead and did Marshall Yanda and powered him up, and it sucks because I powered up Zettler and I'm stuck with Zettler. But the Yanda card was just way too good to not do. Like, this card is incredible. And he has secure pass protector. I'd much rather have that than identified. So I'm pretty much stuck with this Zettler until another one comes out. But this card is really, really, really good. He has extremely high, what was his MUT hero ability, whatever it is. It's like 94 or 95 something. Run block. So that's really, really, really high. So his next card is going to be even higher than that. So I'll swap in between them, but this will be the only time I'm going to tear up the same position unless a center comes out with secure pass protector. If I can get everybody with secure pass protector, I will, because to me it's just something that I don't have to deal with in insta shed, and I'll go for it. Like right here we have Walter Jones, but in the wing, in lurking, I have Whitworth with secure pass protector. I did Incognito because he has secure pass protector. This is my identified guy. But if they came out with the center with the secure pass protector, I would definitely get that as well. And I have Conklin. He has secure pass protector. So I keep these guys in. If I'm just really getting beat on the outside, I can still sub in, because secure pass protector is active because I have Incognito and Yanda active. So if I sub in Whitworth and if I sub in Conklin, I have secure pass protector at each and every single position except center. So if I feel like I'm getting beat on the outsides, then I'll go ahead and swap those two guys in. I also did the power up set for Delaney Walker. I think having a tight end with with playmaker, it's definitely glitchy. They're usually the closest one to the ball because I usually put them on small drags, and not to mention he's the best run blocking tight end in the game at 86. So that's definitely a plus. And like I said, him having the playmaker is definitely awesome as well. So that's it for offense. Defense, there are some players I'm thinking about. Like I am thinking about getting Luke Kuechly powered up, because he just looks like a monster, and every Luke Kuechly card usually does really, really well, and I can see him getting more cards in the future. He's definitely a very popular addition that they usually throw cards out to. So definitely thinking about that. But for now, still staying with Urlacher and Ray Lewis, and I have Shazier mainly just for blitzes, because when I use her Anthony Barr. Even though Shazier is faster, Barr just has amazing animation. 6'5". You try to throw over him, he just jumps up like no other and snags passes in the air. So that's why I use her Barr in situations instead of Shazier. So I usually just use Shazier for my 4-4 A gap that I like to send. And this Too Tall Jones, just look at it. This is why I went on my way to do the Dallas Chem. And I looked at it, I was like, Dallas Cowboys usually get some good cards. I'm sure we're going to get a Dion in the future. And, the Chem is definitely going to help him out with adding +1 zone, man coverage, press, block shed, like +1 everything. Just take a look at how, whoa, why isn't Bosa here? I like to sub in Bosa if I'm facing a fast quarterback. I'll sub him in at D tackle just to spy him because he's got some good speed. But just take a look at this Too Tall Jones, man. With tier 3 of the physical front, which is giving him +2 block shed, on top of him getting another block shed from the Cowboys training camp, we're adding +3 block shed to the young man. So he's going up from a 93 all the way to a 96, 95 strength, 94 tackle, 94 power move, 93 play rec, 85 finesse move, excuse me. And him compared to now Bosa is a monster. Bosa's really good. And with the chem, the Chargers chem, which I actually do have all of them to have it to tier 4, he actually has 96 finesse move and 91 block shed, 92 power move, and all that stuff. So he's really good. But this Too Tall Jones just looks flat out unstoppable. He looks like an absolute monster with 96 block. His card last year was one of the best cards all year. He was damn near unblockable. Damn near unblockable. And I figured if we go on ahead and add with the Dallas chem, that we're just going to make him even tougher to deal with. You know, I don't know how many guards that are out there that can handle a 94 power move and a 96 block shed. I'm just hoping he plays like a D tackle on the run, just give me sheds, and just does amazing in the passing game. So we went ahead and added Too Tall Jones. Wasn't interested in the other legend they dropped in what's his name? Will Shields. Just too slow. Flat out too slow. Marshall Yanda powered up is better anyways. Like when you compare the two, Yanda's the better guy. And my running backs, you know, speak for themselves. Thunder and Lightning. LT's way back in the wing. So, yeah, man, we got gameplay coming out a little later today with this squadron. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I'm thinking of selling this Aaron Donald because he's technically a limited card, which I was hoping he got a power up, but once they said he's a limited card and whatnot, then, you know, I'm pretty much just, I can't power him up, so I'm stuck with this 91 Donald. So that would mean I would have to wait for the next Aaron Donald to come out for me to power this one up. And it's been 3 months since we got this 93 Aaron Donald. So Lord knows how long we're going to wait for another one. So I'm probably just going to sell that Aaron Donald and either use somebody else just to get the coins for it because I can't power him up, or just use the 91 Aaron Donald. Let me see. Is there any physical front? Really good D tackle. Let's take a look. Because to me, physical front is the best chemistry in the game. You're adding hit power and block shed, and I think power move as well. Read and react was vital in the beginning because we needed to bring these 90 zones to 91 or these 89 zones to 91. But now every card that comes out pretty much has 91 zones. So unless the threshold is changed to like 95 and we don't know about it, then to me there's no need to get read and react when all the new cards that are coming out already have that 91 zone coverage. Okay, let's take a look, see if there's any 91s. Okay, Mean Joe Green is the only one. Yeah, so Mean Joe Green is like the only one with physical front. Unless we go Pecco or short. So I'm probably just going to sell that other Aaron Donald, the 93 Blitz one, and just hold on to my and just use the powered up tiered one, because I mean there is a difference, but I mean +3 speed, but the power move is +1, the finesse move is +1, and that's where I really need the increases. I don't really care about speed. You know, he's not running routes for me. Like 78 speed on D tackle is already good enough. I need him to create havoc, you know, getting to the quarterback. Like I need more power move, more block shed, more finesse move, and he rarely got upgraded from that. So yeah, so I'm most likely just going to sell this Donald and just stay with my powered up one until another D tackle comes out. Mean Joe Green is a must. If you don't have Mean Joe Green, you're not winning. But yeah, gameplay coming out a little later today, just showcasing you know, a small little upgrade. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. See you, boy GS, man. Appreciate all the love and support. Hopefully you guys are having yourself a good weekend. See you guys next video. Peace.